guys, it's Reaper Media, and today we're going to be seeing if the Vapid FMJ is really competitive in the supercars class, and if it's really worth the almost $2 million that it is. So I'm just going to show you guys a lap of this and the T20 to see, because the T20 is the most competitive car in the supercars class. It's the fastest on a drag race because of the acceleration, not the top speed, and it's also the fastest around the track, as Bruffy1322 described in his videos. So we're going to be seeing if this car is really competitive around the track compared to the most competitive car. It handles it amazingly well, really good traction. Most other cars would oversteer there if I took the corner like that. The car is very wide though, so it's quite hard getting through small gaps, but all in all the car is extremely good around corners. Now, a downside to this car, as we will find out later, is it's not the best at acceleration, but it does do well for lap time, and we're about to see here that it's not too shabby, and overall this car looks amazing. And in the end the car gets a lap time of 56 seconds, .291, which is extremely competitive, and then the T20 gets a lap time of 56 seconds, .056, so it's extremely close, almost just a fifth of a second apart from each other, and that's not very much. Okay, now for the drag race. This test is launch speed, acceleration and top speed. So the first checkpoint checks for launch speed, so that gets 4 seconds, .07, which is pretty decent, and we'll be comparing this to the T20. And then it gets an acceleration of 10.34 seconds, and then as we progress through we get to our top speed, and then we get to the last checkpoint in 30.63 seconds. Right, now we're going to do the T20. The T20's launch speed is 3.4 seconds, which is much faster than the previous one. And then for acceleration it gets there in 9.61 seconds, which is also faster than the FMJ. And then for top speed it does it in 30.09 seconds, so which is also faster than the FMJ. So in a straight line the T20 is faster, but I do believe the FMJ has a better top speed. It just takes ages to reach it, to beat the T20. Okay, now I'm going to be more opinionated on this car. First off, I don't really like the sound of this car. It's kind of like the car's voice hasn't broken yet. It kind of sounds like the Entity. It's a bit too high pitched and not loud enough, but it's alright, and it definitely does sound like the Entity. Personally, I think this car looks amazing and is easily one of the best looking supercars in the game, if not the best. It just looks so cool from the rear, and from the front it also looks extremely cool. It's based on the Aston Martin from the front, the Vulcan, and from the back it's based on the Ford GT 2017 model, I believe, and it's extremely accurate to the Ford GT 2017 actually. And just kind of body shape is also kind of designed on that car, but it's just pretty much the lights that are from the Vulcan. But next for customizable options, I won't be comparing this to the T20, it's just about this car. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how we can customize this thing and what you could do to the car when you buy it. So bumpers, it has primary colour trim, matte black trim and carbon fibre splitter. I've just gone from the stock one to make it look like a Ford GT. And then you can go down to respray. This car looks good in a selection of colours. I mean, it's just a really good looking car, so whatever colour you want on this thing you can definitely put it on, because it will suit every colour. Right, next up, roof. So you can have a stock roof, just a smooth roof scoop, secondary colour GT scoop, primary colour GT scoop, and you can have a carbon GT scoop. I mean, it's your choice if what you want to do with this thing. And then you can have a no spoiler, low level spoiler, high level spoiler, carbon wing, you can have a GT wing, and you can have an enhanced GT. The only difference is the enhanced GT is the secondary colour. Alright, and then you can have, right, I'll show you the stock wheels. So just go back up here, and those are the stock wheels, quite similar to the ones that I've got on. They just don't look as cool. And then windows, I'm just going to get rid of the light smoke that I've put on it. So that's pretty much what you can do to this car, and it's actually alright. Rockstar sometimes release cars with no customizable options like the Reaper, so I'm glad this is one of the cars with them. Okay, so to round off the video, I just want to say this car is definitely worth the money, because it's extremely close to the T20, and the difference between the car's speed is definitely down to the driver. So if you put two good drivers in the T20 and in this car, it'll be extremely close, and this car is definitely worth the money, especially since it's cheaper than the T20. I would stay away from the Reaper, but this is a faster version of the Reaper and it definitely looks better. It also has a nice range of customizable options and it actually has quite a nice top speed, the same of which of an adder, it's just I didn't manage to show it to you guys. If you want proof of this, and this really is faster than an adder, then go check out Bruffy1322's video on it, and he's given you all of the top speeds of the cars in this update. And also the car has a pretty cool interior, but from first person it's just very blocky. But yeah, I definitely recommend this car, and I'm out guys, peace.